Okay, in the last lesson we got both network cards up and running. If I do IP address show, you can see that it's got 192.168.0.2 and 10.0.0.2. So both cards are up and running. I've also started up my server. If I log into that, and I need to check that this has got 2 cards running as well. So let me check that first of all. Settings, and I've only got, so let's add another card in, same as we did for the last exercise. The LAN segments will already be there, so that'll be the private one. And then I'll have to go back in and do the other one. And this will be the public one. Okay, and I'll check the settings. And let's have a look. So Ethernet 0 should be 192.168.0.1. That's the IP number of the server. We've given it in previous lessons. Make sure that's on 0.1 as well. Okay, and then I need to go to the other card. I'm going to give that one 10.0.0.1. Okay, so I've given both cards an IP address. The way that this network is going to work is we're going to have 2 different subnets. So each one card is 10.0.0.1, the other one is 10.0.0.2. They're going to be on the same subnet, so they can ping each other. But this is 192.168.0.1, and I'm going to change this card. I can do it. I've shown you how to do it through the command line. So to make sure that when you go to this, it's on the ENS33. That will cause a problem otherwise. Then we go to wired settings, and that's why you need to pick which one you want to be on, and then IP version 4, and we're going to change this to .1.2. So, or if I just leave it for a minute, and if I ping 10.0.0.1, I get a reply, and if I ping 192.168.0.1, I get a reply as well. And if I go to the server and do the same, 10.0.0.2 and 192.168.0.1, I can ping. So everything pings. Now I'm going to change the subnet of this one. So I'm going to change it to .1.2. Okay, and now if I ping 10.0.0.1, I can. If I ping 192.168.0.1, I can't, because they're on different subnets. So we're going to need to enable some routing to get this to work. So the first thing I need to do is add a route to the. You can do it in either order. So I'm going to copy this command in, and again these will all be down below. So I'm saying make an IP route 192.168, anything that's 00 has to be routed through 10.0.0.1, which is the other one. And if you remember, on my server, ENS, my network adapter, ENS37 is 10.0.0.2. So we're going to say that route everything through 10.0.0.1, and the only way you can do that is through this network card, which is 10.0.0.2. So I've added that in. The next thing I need to do is go to the server, and I need to go to the dashboard. Okay, so this is 192.168.0.1 10.0.0.1. I go to add roles, next, 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 and I need to look for remote access. Next, next, and I only want routing, so those two will be ticked. Next, next, next again, and install. And we have to give this a few moments, and this is going to add in the routing for us. We're going to have to give that a little bit of time. While that goes on, I need to remind myself of the registry file we need to edit. So I've just got that ready. This doesn't take too long, and we should get the routing working then. There's not much to it. We just need to allow the whole range of 192.168.0.0 all the way through. Okay, so that's done. Now it's going to ask me about using the wizard. I'm not going to do the wizard. Okay, so I'm going to, as soon as it starts, I'm going to cancel it. I don't want to do the wizard. Okay, so that's installed. If I go to Tools and I go to Routing and Remote Access, you'll see it's got Zen Server Local here. I right click it, I do Configure, I do Next. I want to do Custom, that's important. Custom configuration, Next, Enable LAN routing, Next, and Finish. And start the service. Okay, and you'll see we got all this is open now. I'm using IP version 4. So you've got General, which shows our two cards. And you've got static routes, where we haven't got any at the moment. Something else which I found out, we need to go into the registry. So regedit, and then we need to go to HKey local machine, and we need to go to system and CurrentControlSet, then services, and we need to go down to Tcpip, my machine's holding me up a minute. Tcpip, open Tcpip, and there's one there called parameters, and you can see IPEnableRouter. We need to change the value to 1. If we don't do that, it's not going to work. So we click OK, and that's changed to 1 now. So there's the path there. I will put a copy up as well, but you can always pause this video and do that yourselves. So that's the registry done. I now need to put a static route in. So I need to right click static routes and do a new static route. And this time the destination is 192.168.1 .1.0 because that's the IP address of the other machine. And we can put the subnet mask in, and the gateway is 10.0.0.2. So basically, what I'm putting in the I'm putting in the details of the other of the Debian machine. Okay, so I've done the registry and I've made this static root. So if I click OK, the static root is now there. So now we've done that, hopefully we should be able to ping. I have disabled the firewall. Okay, so if we check the firewall status, you'll see that that is off. If it's not off, you have to enable ICMP, but we can do that another time. So I've put those details in. So now I'll have to see if I can ping. I'll see if I can ping 192.168.1.2. And you can see this time I can ping it, and I should be able to ping 10.0.0.2 because they're on the same subnet anyway. So you can see I've got that pinging as well. And then if I go to my Ubuntu, and if you find yourself in a situation where this screen goes black like this, and when you click it, it won't come back. If you press Control-Alt, what you need to do is, if you say send Control-Alt-Delete, it wakes the screen back up. So if your Ubuntu screen goes black, right-click, send Control-Alt-Delete. I log in, and I've now got to try to ping the other way. So 01, and I can ping, and 001 I can ping. So what we've done there is we've got some routing done. So we've got two different subnets. They couldn't ping each other. So I added 00, and I've told it to go via 10.0.0.1, but I had to do that on ENS37, which is the card with 10.0.0.2. So we've got the 10.0.0.1 and 10.0.0.2. The routing goes through those. And we've said anything in the 00 range there. And then on the server, we've gone and we've got 192.168.1. That's where we're going to. That's the one network we're going to. And 255.255 and 10.0.2. And then we can ping in both directions. So I hope you found that useful. So we've now got two different subnets, and we've added routing and remote access. I'll see you at the next lesson where we start looking into DHCP.